This exhibition honors the 100th anniversary of the carousel here at Glen Echo Park. And I wanted to have an exhibition that honors that, but also sort of ask the audience to think about play and memory, things that the carousel reminded me of. I grew up riding on carousels pretty frequently. So this exhibition, I wanted the audience to sort of think about that, to think about being outside, outdoor recreation, play, being in nature, and that's what I hope people come to find in this exhibition. All of the artwork was delivered to the gallery over the course of a few days and then installed over the course of an entire day, and sort of we went into the next day placing the work and installing the work ourselves, adjusting the lighting, getting things up on the wall in just the right spaces so that the exhibition looks exactly how you see it here. Addie Segal's piece was such a treat to see in the submissions. It is a sculpture screen printed on paper, and thinking about the exhibition themes of play, childhood play. I love her work, how much it reminded me of sort of pinwheels on the lawn, kites, and those sort of origami paper games that you would have on your fingers and sort of flip over, sort of like a real-time adventure game, like choose your own adventure game. I think the shape of her work and the geometric print and the colors really remind me of those sort of joyful childhood experiences. So I was really glad that we could include this piece. Sally Kaufman's piece, Jazz, 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 is perfect for this exhibition for me because it clearly identifies this memory that I think so many people have, especially if you're from this area. An evening spent outside, jazz in the garden at the National Gallery Museum, or even a daytime picnic on the National Mall. Just this clear picture, this mist feeling of being with friends in a large group, all enjoying the same thing together at the same time. I think a year spent unexpectedly indoors has reminded us all that this is a scene that we're really hopeful to get back to. This ceramic piece by Christine Lee Tyler is called Alice's Tea Party. Alice in Wonderland and this reference to tea parties and play sets are childhood memories that I think are really common for many people. So perfect for this reminder, thinking about nostalgia and childhood memories. There's a little treat if you follow me to the back. This exhibition also wanted to talk about memory and how we remember those themes of childhood. And you can see on the back of her work, the teapot is deconstructed. This really reminded me and made me think about how we have memory that can be so pointed at the time that we have them, but as we move farther away from that event, they sort of become a bit more distorted and harder to put back together. So I felt that this piece was such a perfect metaphor for that. So Giddy Up by Susan Sinclair Galego is this really wonderful piece that really speaks to the whole of the exhibition. So what you have depicted is this horse, I think one of the most iconic pieces on any carousel. I think her line work and the color really invite this sense of movement and play. And when I talked to the artist about this piece, she said she actually created it some time ago just for fun, kind of on a whim, right? Creating some whimsy, very different than her other work. But then she had forgotten about it. She put it away, and more recently, when she was looking through her items for something for her kids, actually, she stumbled back upon this work. And I thought, how wonderful is it? Sort of this idea of play, creation, and maybe forgetfulness, and coming back to something and seeing, remembering sort of what you did, inviting again that sense of memory we have for the exhibition. So some of the pieces in this exhibition that may not have a very obvious relation to the carousel, for example, were chosen on the idea of the other themes, sort of outdoor play, childhood. I also thought it was really important to keep in mind the artist's inspiration and idea behind the work. So titles of work played a large part in selection for me too. So we have works in this exhibition that are entitled Laughter and Whimsy, because though they might not be very clearly visually related to the carousel, the artist felt that those sort of words were inspirational to the work and represent the work, and so I wanted to respect that in the selection process.